The rue plant, also known as common rue or herb of grace, Ruta graveolens, is a small perennial shrub in the family Rutaceae. It is native to the Balkan Peninsula but cultivated throughout the world for its strongly aromatic leaves, which can be used fresh or dried in small amounts. Here are some of the characteristics of rue plant. Physical description: rue is an evergreen plant with gland-studded foliage. The feathery, pinnately compound leaves usually have 2 or 3 leaflets and are often gray-green or blue-green in color. The dull yellow flowers are borne in clusters and produce lobed capsules with numerous seeds. Uses: rue has been used for centuries as a culinary herb, medicinal herb, and insect repellent. However, it is important to note that rue is toxic and should be used with caution. In small quantities, it can be used as a seasoning or in teas. In larger quantities, it can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and even death. Growing rue. Rue is a relatively easy plant to grow. It prefers full sun to light shade and well-drained soil. It is drought-tolerant once established. Rue can be propagated by seed or cuttings. Important note: rue is a toxic plant and should not be ingested in large quantities. It can also cause skin irritation when handled. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, you should avoid using rue altogether. The rue plant, also known as common rue, herb of grace, or Ruta graveolens, is a small evergreen shrub native to southern Europe and North Africa. Wikipedia. Rue plant. It's been cultivated for centuries for its medicinal properties and distinctive fragrance. Here are some of the key characteristics of rue. Appearance: rue is a bushy shrub that can grow up to 2 to 3 feet tall. It has blue-green, deeply lobed leaves with a strong, acrid odor. The small yellow flowers bloom in clusters in late spring or early summer. Habitat: rue prefers well-drained, sunny locations and can tolerate dry conditions. It's often found in rocky areas, wastelands, and around old buildings. Uses: rue has a long history of use in traditional medicine. It's been used to treat a variety of ailments, including menstrual cramps, headaches, and stomachaches. However, it's important to note that rue is a poisonous plant and should not be ingested without professional guidance. WebMD. Rue. Ruta graveolens. Rue is also used as a culinary herb in some cultures, but it should be used sparingly due to its strong flavor. Works cited. Wikipedia. Rue plant. WebMD. Rue. Ruta graveolens. Rue. Uses, side effects, and more. Other name: S. arvata, Aruta, common rue, garden rue, German rue. Overview. Rue, Ruta graveolens, is a perennial, evergreen shrub native to southern Europe. The parts that grow above the ground and the oil are used as medicine. Rue contains chemicals that might have antibacterial and anti-inflammatory effects. People use rue for cancer, indigestion, insect repellent, birth control, and many other purposes, but there is no good scientific evidence to support these uses. Don't confuse rue with goat's rue or Syrian rue. These are not the same. Uses, effectiveness, and side effects. When taken by mouth, rue is commonly consumed in foods. It is possibly safe when products containing dried rue leaves are used as a medicine. It can cause cramps, drowsiness, and dizziness. But rue is likely unsafe when the fresh leaves or oil are used, or when the dried leaves are used in large amounts. These can cause serious side effects, including stomach pain, vomiting, kidney damage, breathing problems, and death. When applied to the skin, it is likely unsafe to use fresh rue. It can cause a rash and blistering, which can become worse when exposed to the sun. Special precautions and warnings. When taken by mouth, rue is commonly consumed in foods. It is possibly safe when products containing dried rue leaves are used as a medicine. It can cause cramps, drowsiness, and dizziness. But rue is likely unsafe when the fresh leaves or oil are used, or when the dried leaves are used in large amounts. These can cause serious side effects, including stomach pain, vomiting, kidney damage, breathing problems, and death. When applied to the skin, it is likely unsafe to use fresh rue. It can cause a rash and blistering, which can become worse when exposed to the sun. Pregnancy. Rue is likely unsafe when taken by mouth during pregnancy. It can cause contractions of the uterus, which might lead to a miscarriage. Taking rue to cause an abortion has led to death. Breast feeding. There isn't enough reliable information to know if rue is safe to use when breastfeeding. Stay on the safe side and avoid use. Kidney problems. Rue can make existing kidney problems worse. Liver problems. Rue can make existing liver problems worse. Interactions. Moderate interaction. Be cautious with this combination. Medications that increase sensitivity to sunlight, photosensitizing drugs, interacts with our key. Some medications might make the skin more sensitive to sunlight. Rue might also make the skin more sensitive to sunlight. Using these products together might increase the risk of sunburn, blistering, or rashes when the skin is exposed to sunlight. Be sure to wear sunblock and protective clothing when spending time in the sun. Dosing. There isn't enough reliable information to know what an appropriate dose of rue might be. Keep in mind that natural products are not always necessarily safe and dosages can be important. Be sure to follow relevant directions on product labels and consult a healthcare professional before using. Conditions of use and important information. This information is meant to supplement, not replace advice from your doctor or healthcare provider, and is not meant to cover all possible uses, precautions, interactions, or adverse effects. This information may not fit your specific health circumstances. Never delay or disregard seeking professional medical advice from your doctor or other qualified healthcare provider because of something you have read on WebMD. You should always speak with your doctor or healthcare professional before you start, stop, or change any prescribed part of your healthcare plan or treatment and to determine what course of therapy is right for you. This copyrighted material is provided by Natural Medicine's Comprehensive Database Consumer Version. Information from this source is evidence-based and objective and without commercial influence. For professional medical information on natural medicines, see Natural Medicine's Comprehensive Database Professional Version. Copyright Therapeutic Research Faculty 2020.